He's always on time, not a day late. He's always on time and never late.
Hey my beautifuls, and welcome back. As promised, we are getting into this gray ombre wig, trying to make it a lot more natural than what it is. So once again, this wig, if you didn't see the last video, is from Shop Noire Bella on Instagram, and they're just called Noire Bella. And oh my gosh, I'm just gonna give you guys a warning now. Like, I kind of did a couple of failed attempts at some things, but we got it back right. So right here, as you see, I am just plucking at the hairline, and I don't know if you guys remembered, but in the last video I explained it's only about 1 inch to a half an inch to pluck at, so it's not much. So what I did was just try and pluck as much as I could without it looking too intense, but you'll see later on that as I was doing it, when I was plucking, I would like make it look bald. Like right here, you can see that it basically looks bald. And when I comb back, it would look like I didn't pluck anything. So I'll show you guys what that looks like right here. So right here, you can see I kind of panicked and grabbed the comb and was like, oh my gosh. But as you see, it didn't really look like anything was plucked. So I decided, okay, I'll just keep plucking. You know, why I decided to keep plucking in that same place, I have no clue, but I did. And yeah. Oh my gosh. Did you guys see me pull that big old plug of hair out? Oh my goodness. Okay, so at that point I realized, like, okay, I'm gonna have to do the same thing to each part down to the ear, because I didn't want it to look like a random bald spot in just one area. So that's kind of why I went with this design on this side. It was, I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it was like, why would you do that, type of thing. So as you see, again, I'm getting the comb and I'm freaking out like, oh my gosh, is this gonna look right? But I had to keep going with the whole entire look, so I just went all the way down to the ears. So this is what it ended up looking like, and I kind of looked at the other side to check to see, okay, in comparison, I wouldn't say that side that I plucked looked more natural, but I mean, of course, there was a lot less hair. So that's what it looked like when it was on. And it didn't look too bad. It still looks super heavy to me, but I left it alone. And then I went to the other side. And on that side, I was actually deciding to just pull the hair out with my fingers because I felt like it was a lot easier and I wouldn't get too out of line. But I don't know, after a while, I started getting a little too comfortable and then getting lazy and just like pulling chunks at a time, and you guys will kind of see what I ended up doing from that. You guys, I promise you, this is not paused at all. Like, I literally sat there. Ew, that is the ugliest laugh ever. Ew. But anyways, guys, I literally sat there and paused like, oh my gosh, like, what did I just do? I'm super goofy. Okay, so at that point, I decided, okay, I'm going to have to just cut the whole entire, lace off. Usually some people would leave that hair out, but I mean, I'm not that type of gal anyway, so I didn't mind. But then I also got a little too, I don't know what was wrong with me, but I decided to cut the ears off, or where the hair would usually like sit on top of my ear. And with doing that, I actually did something else. I cut my headband too. And so what I had to do, thankfully, I bought these like bands from Amazon a month or so back. And all you have to do is just put it from ear to ear in the back of your head. And then once you find a size that's comfortable for you, you literally just sew that strap onto the wig, and it actually customizes to your head perfectly. I actually took the combs out too, because the way my edges are set up, I can't afford combs pulling my edges. So this is what the wig ended up looking like. But, and I actually, you know, did like it. I just thought that there should have been baby hairs, and I'm not really a baby hair type of person, but it just looked too wiggy for me still. So I was like, let me try this out. So as you see, the doll head's like super soaked. What I did was just put a lot of body on there, and then I try to swoop the baby hairs. You can see me squirting more. So the wig, for the most part, listened very well. Usually when you pluck wigs, like especially synthetic wigs, at the end they get pretty nappy. And this one seemed like it wanted to, but it didn't get too bad. Once I combed it, it went right back to where it needed to be. And the baby hairs listened for the most part. I just kind of didn't know what I was doing. It took a while for me to get it the way I needed it to. And I didn't want like super long baby hairs, but I was too scared to make them go any shorter. So you guys see what I'm doing here. So after numerous failures, I can say that there was definitely light under the tunnel. So this is how the hair came out, and I absolutely love it. Granted, with me cutting the lace back way too far, I think I was able to revive it very good. I thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you guys shop with Noire Bella, and I can't wait to see you guys next week, showing you guys how this hair works with heat. Bye!